Hello everybody, how are you? Hello. I'm so excited to be here today. Oh my gosh, it feels like, again, forever since I've come to you guys and been with you and been in my kitchen cooking with you. So I'm excited to be here. It's hard to believe that it's, July and the weeks just keep going by in the summer, right? And I love summertime for lots of different reasons. I mean, I think every season kind of has their, and of course for me, a lot of it's surrounding the food into which we have in those seasons, but there's nothing like summer and the freshness of food, right? I mean, it's 9 times out of 10, it's coming straight from a farmer, especially here in the Midwest more, because we really do have to embrace seasonal eating. Hi, Danny. Hi, thanks for coming. We have to embrace seasonal eating. It's just the way it is because, we can't grow stuff year round. So maybe that's what makes me just love it even more when we have fresh asparagus and fresh this and fresh stuff, Hi, Danny. So I thought, I think one of the things that happens, and I was totally this way, especially early on when I was raising my kids and even before that. I basically, when I had vegetables, it was either I was eating them in a salad or I was boiling them on the stovetop, right? Or I was probably even microwaving and steaming them. That's the gist of how I cooked vegetables. And now, there's so many ways that you can get vegetables into your diet that actually taste so good, and they're outside that traditional box of cooking vegetables. So I thought no better way, and there's probably even more, you guys, stir frying and all that stuff, but we're just gonna cover 3 today, okay? First one I'm gonna show you is gonna be roasting, and I've got a couple vegetables I'm gonna show you how, but this is a basic technique that you can use for all vegetables, okay? Number 2 is going to be sauteing, and I'm gonna do a little spin on that, all right? Sauteing, and you can use that again. It's the basic skill set. And then number 3 is grilling them, and no better time of year, right, than grilling. So I'm gonna show you guys roasting first, all right? So as you guys come on, I would love for you to say hi, where you live maybe, that sounds great, and ask questions. I'm learning too, and so I always love to have questions because if you're thinking it, somebody else is thinking it, and they might want to know it too, okay? So we're gonna get started. First thing I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna bring this in a little bit, is I'm actually roasting. You're gonna wanna have a nice pan. I use stoneware, you guys, but you want something non-stick, but stoneware evenly distributes its cooking, and it's just awesome. It lasts forever, and that's a Pampered Chef item. I don't normally, tag products, but I love Pampered Chef for that. So I had some butternut squash, and again, it's not seasonal by any stretch. Butternut squash is at fall, if you're true to season. But I had some that I needed to use up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use butternut squash, but I've got some lovely broccoli, which is coming around. I'm seeing it at the farmer's market. Okay, so I just did some broccoli. You can do, zucchini if you wanted to. There's all sorts of choices with that. So I'm just gonna do each pan. You can even roast, anything. Potatoes, sweet potatoes. Here's a tip for a potato. Let's say you're doing a white potato. And you know how you love those home fries almost that are nice and crispy, but they're kind of like a quartered potato? Here's a tip for you, is if you soak those, excuse me, I'm not looking at you. If you soak those in cold water for at least a couple hours beforehand, then just kind of lay them out, they'll dry. It doesn't take long for a potato to dry. I'm telling you, they get so crispy, it's almost like they were fried. They're so good, and they weren't fried, they were just roasted and baked in the oven. It was wonderful. Roasting is not quite the same as baking because we're not like, putting together a casserole and baking it. We're roasting at a lower, somewhat kind of low to high temperature, okay? So that's a little bit of the, technical differences. If, as you guys come on, hi Melanie, how are you? As you guys come on, my kids are home, and so I might get disrupted. We have a new puppy, as many as you guys know, so, I might be going like, get the dog outside, while we're doing this, but that's okay. So this is what it's going to look like. And again, this is just a technique. All right, I am pretty much a simplest as far as seasoning. There we go, right there. Yeah. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hola. Nobody else is here. So anyway, Maggie, come. Okay, so Maggie. My other dog barks like a crazy dog. Sorry, Maggie. Come here. Shh, 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 shh. Okay, so shh. You gotta love summer and Facebook Live. Shh, shh, shh. Okay, so stop. This is a basic technique. Now, what I do is I take either an avocado oil, sometimes I'll do olive oil, but those are my oils to go to, and I'm just gonna drizzle it. I know you can't quite see me. I'm just drizzling it, guys, like this. Maggie, stop. I'm just drizzling, all right, over the top. Now, I'm just doing a basic salt and pepper. I don't know why I have that out. I don't want that. I'm doing basic salt and pepper. But you can, if you love garlic, you can do, I know, Danny. I just love that my dogs and the puppy's still sleeping over there, I think. I don't know. Charlie. Charlie's his name, you know. I don't know where he is. I can't believe he slept through that, but anyway. So again, and I love pepper, grinding my fresh pepper. Can you please, yeah, check the situation out for me, honey. I don't know who is at the door. Okay, so, and what you want to do is just toss things. Toss it up like this, okay? Just to get everything kind of coated with that oil that you put on there. If you want to put this in a bowl and stir it up and do it that way, that's fine. I just choose to kind of keep it one pan and keep it simple, all right? You just want a little oil. You don't need a ton, because what I do at the end is actually take some butter and just toss it all together in butter at the end, okay? If you want, you can also put a little bit of onion in here and garlic if you want, garlic salt, whatever you love you can add. And in if I'm doing more like squash and potatoes, I love doing rosemary. Oh, I love rosemary and thyme together on that fresh. It's so good. That's it. I'm gonna put it in the oven and set it and forget it. Put it at 400 for, I check it at 20 minutes and see where you're at. And that should be near the end. I'm hoping we'll have time that we can see it all. Remember, broccoli and the butternut squash are gonna cook at different temperatures. It takes longer for the butternut squash. So I might just take out the broccoli at that time. If my daughter comes in, it's, you know, we're just joining the chaos. All right, I'm gonna move on to section number 2. What we're gonna do is, number 2 is we're going to do green beans, okay? Now, green beans, you know, for the most part, I always just used to just steam them. That's all I did with them, was steam them. Until I kind of discovered the loveliness of doing kind of a saute on them, but I also wanted to take it up a notch and not just have it be just green beans. So this is a fantastic way to really take it up a notch and kind of impress people when they come over. And they're like, oh, these green beans are so good, you know? And that is with bacon, people. I love bacon. And this is a nitrate-free, good quality bacon, and I'm just doing a couple pieces. You don't need a lot. Or if you don't really like the smoke, you could do a pancetta as well. But I love bacon. It just gives this loveliness. Just another layer of flavor, of saltiness, you know. That's what it is. So I'm just doing these in chunks. It's nothing perfect. I am a cast iron lover. You guys know that. And I'm not going to put a ton of oil in. I'm just going to do it just a tidge, just to, you know, break things up. Hi, Allie. Hello, hello. We're cooking. So bacon and vegetables go very well together. And if you have kids that are picky and they like bacon at all, or that taste and flavor of bacon, this is so good, all right? And bacon, and so I'm just crumbling it up, and I'm just going to set it and let it do its thing. So while this is doing its thing, I've already, you know, trimmed up some green beans. I like, for the most part, keep them whole. I might cut them up a little bit or just snip them as they go in. Just depends. And then I also have some onion that I got at the farmer's market. It's a little strong, but I love it, and I'm going to put that in later. Onion, you don't want to do it too soon because it could burn when you're cooking the bacon. Okay? All right. So I'm just going to wipe my hands because I touched the bacon. Okay. So here I'm going to show you guys our puppy. Oh, because I can. This is our puppy. This is our baby. New baby, Charlie. Isn't he cute? You guys look at his face. He's so cute. He's got like a little colic right down the face. So anyway, he needs to go outside and go potty. So the kids will take him out. We're doing that bell training and all that kind of stuff. It's so fun. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so I'm letting that just do. You want that bacon to start rendering down and cooking before you start adding the green beans quite yet. Okay, so I'm gonna let that do. While that's cooking, okay, this is that layered process, I'm gonna show you how to do the grill really quick. Okay, this is a grilling vegetable. So it's really hard to do vegetables on the actual grill itself, I think. So what I like to do, I found this really great grate like this, or there are baskets out there as well, but this is really good size, and I've been quite impressed with it. I've used it several times, so I want to show you guys what I do with this, okay? Number one is I'm going to be doing Greek asparagus. Yay, right? It's a little spin, but asparagus is almost out of season here, but I just love asparagus, and I don't know where my pan went. Okay. So this is cooking up. I got to keep watching the bacon and multitasking. Joe, hey, go get your from the basement that you guys want. Hello. Okay, so here's the fun part with asparagus, and this is another tip for you guys: is asparagus. How do you know like where you want to cut it? You know, because you know. Some people cut it way up or way down. Where do you know to do that? So what you do, this is a super technique, you just kind of hold it about right here and there at the end, and then you just snip it. And that's the natural break. How cool is that, right? Isn't that a fun tip? Most of you guys might know this, but I love it, okay? And that woodiness at the bottom, you don't want that, you know? You don't want that, so you want to get that away. You can sit here and do this all, you know, if you want to, or what a lot of people, if I'm short on time, I just kind of stack it. This is the lazy way to do it. I kind of stack it and then I just cut it. I don't know if you can see. I stack it, and that's that one in there. And most of the time, you're right about where you need to be, okay? So that's what I do, just for sheer ease, but you can do even 2 at a time, okay? So I'm just gonna do this really quick. That's my little tip to make sure you get the best part of the asparagus. Okay, just really quick. How are you guys? Are you guys having a good summer? I'd love to hear from you. It's called being efficient. You are right, Danny. You are so right. You know, and I just got a composter, so I'm gonna keep all these ends and I'm gonna be composting them. And so I'm kind of pumped about that because I cook so much, and we have all these, you know, stuff you don't use so much, but we can let it biodegrade down, and then we can use it in our soil, which is wonderful. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I just have it in this pan because I'm going to toss it together and give it some seasoning, all right? So, like I said, we're doing a Greek asparagus. So all I did was I'm using flavors of Greek food. What, does anybody know, like sorry, my snapping is going on. Does anybody know the basic ingredients, the basic spices for Greek food? Just tell me if you do. We'll go there. I'm gonna just put this on. I've got my little mixture right here, okay? And actually, I'm gonna show you. One of them is lemon, and you want to use that lemon zest, actually, all right? And I know you guys aren't necessarily able to see it, so I'm just using a grater and doing the zest of the lemon, and it just has tons of flavor and natural oils actually too. That's one ingredient that Greek food is known for, is their lemon. Okay? All right, so I'm gonna take this little mixture here, and I'm just gonna do a couple of little sprinkles. I'm gonna tell you what's in it, but I'm just curious. Who knows? Who knows? Anybody? Okay. All right, now I'm going to take a second really quick, you guys, and I'm going to go ahead. This is really ready to go, and I'm going to show you what it looks like so you know when it's ready, like that. Okay, that is starting to be to the point where we're ready to go ahead and put some onion in there, and then I'm going to hopefully put this right back where it needs to go. Sorry, guys. I'm a one-man crew. Okay, so now I'm going to take, this is for the green beans, I'm just taking the onion that I chopped, okay? Hey guys, can you go to the basement for, okay, so that you guys can talk and stuff too. Just take the puppy out back and play out back for a little bit. Let him have some water and then play out back. Maybe. Just don't go way to back, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead. I put the onions in there, but I'm going to go ahead and put the green beans in too. All right? And this is a little trick that I do. I take a lid and I put it over the top of it because that helps to steam it as well as saute it at the same time. I know, we're having some issues with the puppy constantly wanting to eat all the time, but not like eating a lot at one time, so that's kind of fun. All right, tongs. If you do not have tongs, they are your best friend. One of the reasons I love doing these cooking demos is I've had a few cooking classes here at my house. And with people that really just, they burn things or they just don't know quite how to put stuff together. And a lot of people are they read a recipe, but they're intimidated by it. And they just don't know what to do with it. And so that's why I like doing these cooking course type things, is to give you the confidence to just try it. I have a friend who came, and she's a friend too, and she like messaged me later and she's like, I did it. I made these beef, the beef skewers that I have, the Asian beef, Korean beef that I make. It's easy to do, but you just need the confidence to do it. So I challenge you guys. I'm just kind of tossing this a little in that bacon fat. And yes, it's a little steamy in here. But what I'm going to do is actually cover it, okay? All right, so I'm going to go grab my lid out of here. I just have a lid, and luckily it fits that, so yay. So you're kind of sauteing and steaming at the same time. You could easily do this with greens as well. You can add mushrooms to this. Greens are great to do that, collard greens or any of that, okay? So what I'm going to do really quick before I get to this, I'm going to go turn my grill on. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to turn my grill on. Okay guys, I'm back, hello. Okay, so this is doing its thing right here, all right? And I hope you guys are learning. Again, ask questions if you have it. That's what I am here for, okay? So now, all right, I am gonna be tossing this in olive oil, all right? Now, normally I don't cook with olive oil, but with this particular recipe, that's what I'm gonna do. And I don't know if you call it a recipe or more of a technique. And I'm going to get another set of tongs because this has the seasoning on it, and I don't want nice long ones too. And this is going to be going on the grill. Now, this is what you can see, guys. I'm just going to toss this together so that we get everything, you know, on all the pieces, hopefully. Okay? Toss, toss, toss. Super, super. And it smells so yummy. And this is really a way to just change things up a little bit. We are always making stuff the same. You know what I'm saying? Always making things the same. And it's just because we just don't think of it or whatever. And I didn't really think of it either until I was challenging myself to find something for you guys, okay? So now what I'm going to do is just put it on here, okay? And it's, this is just a stainless steel pan, so you're just going to put it right on top, just like this. And I'm going to show you guys. It really doesn't take super long to cook. I'll show you kind of as I know you guys can't see. I wish there was a better option for that. I don't know. But anyway, some of this stuff is not necessarily staying on, but we're going to, you know, it got a little crazy. But that's okay. We can always toss it again when we get out. Now here's the thing with doing vegetables on the grill. Again, you can do so many vegetables on the grill. You can do zucchini, you can do tomato, you can do corn, you can do peppers and anything. Just have a nice pan like this and you can actually cook quite a few things. You can do potatoes, I mean all sorts, right? Okay, so let's check over here. I'm going to check this out. All right. Just kind of give it a quick toss again. You don't want to really overcook That's why, you know, you want it on a medium heat to medium low heat. And again, you guys, depending on if you like it, long pieces, short pieces, whatever, it doesn't matter. Now the sauteing thing is literally, like if I didn't have the bacon in there, I would be putting like an oil of some sort, or most likely probably put butter in it, to be really, really honest, okay? So we are going to take this out on the grill. I don't know if it's quite ready, but we'll go take a peek, okay? Let's go look. All right. As we walk, one of the things I want to tell you guys is, hello, you're going to see me really up close and personal now, right? We're going to go outside. I'm like white as wet. Woo! Okay, now here we go. All right. Okay, guys. Please don't look at my grill. It's kind of dirty, and I'm working on getting it clean. All right, so here we go. There's the grill. You don't want it at super high temp, okay? Because you are cooking, you know, a delicate, and you don't want to burn the cheesers out of it. So this is almost like roasting, but on the grill. Here we go. Okay, it's again all nice and flat on here, and I'm gonna put it. Figure out where your hot spot and your cool spot is. And I'm gonna actually turn this like this. Your hot spot and your cool spot are on the grill. My hot spot is over here, so I want to keep these kind of far away from that. This is not going to take a super long time. I just did turn it down a little bit, and then you just shut it. All right? It really is not going to take long, because asparagus, you know, it's just a delicate flower, I suppose, right? Okay, so while that's doing its thing, I want to tell you guys how, there we go. I want to be able to give you guys all these awesome recipes and techniques, and I'm going to actually have the video recorded, obviously, because it's on Facebook. And so you're going to be able to get this in your inbox, in your email box, and I'm also going to have the recipes for all of these. So you'll get it to the green beans, which if you have my cookbook, the green beans are in it, the bacon infused green beans. You're going to get the Greek asparagus, and you're also going to get the roasted vegetable as well, okay, into your inbox. So if you are interested in that, all you have to do is say I'm in, and then I will reach out to you and get your email so that I can send that to you. I am going to, after this video and after I get everything typed in, I'm going to be, you're going to be able to just go to a link and sign up from there too. So we'll do it both ways. In the beginning, if you're like, yeah, I need it now, then you can easily just say, I'm in, I want to get this, and I want to be able to give that to you guys, because that's 3 recipes, techniques, and this video that you can refer to and just really almost cook alongside me once you have what you need, okay? So it's so incredibly easy. Now here's the thing with the Greek seasoning, guys. You don't have, I made my own. You don't have to. You can actually buy a favorite Greek seasoning if you want. The biggest parts of Greek seasoning, you want to have oregano, garlic, and then this has some onion in it. Parsley is a big thing. Dried parsley, I used fresh. And then lemon, okay, is a really, those are the strongest flavors of Greek, okay? So, I'm going to check on the beans. And the beans, you guys, I'm just going to salt and pepper. I don't go, like, I keep our flavors intense and flavorful, but just simple. I don't feel like you need to have 1,000 different seasonings, because I remember, I mean, lots of times you get those recipes and they have all these like crazy, you know, ingredients and a seasoning that you use like once and then you're done, right? So if you don't want to do that, that's fine, but just when you're looking for seasoning and you're looking for spice ones, just make sure they're good quality, hopefully organic, because sometimes they could sneak in like MSG and just nasty stuff, okay? So, does anybody have any questions? This is a really great time if you want to. I know it's busy time in the summer, really busy time in the summer. I get it. It's noon. Some people might not even be around. So, if you have questions, that's what I'm here for. And I would love to answer them for you. If you do, I'm just going to give you a minute to see if anybody does. And I'm going to get a drink here really quick. Really quick, I guess I should. I'm going to go out and check on the asparagus. Let's go check. Because honestly, they do go quick. All right. Boop. And I did turn it down a little bit. So I'm going to see how it's doing. I might need to turn it up a little bit more. Now, could you just saute these? Yep, you could. You can easily, I'm going to go ahead and just turn it up a little low. A little bit low. Turn it up a little. Okay, it's a little low, so we'll turn it up. Okay. This is my first time cooking really kind of everything live from scratch, so we're just, you know, we're just trying it out, and it's hot. Really hot. The beautiful part is I'm going to have my vegetables ready for tonight, which is so great. So like I said, you can use these, you can use this technique to do with so many different things, whether it's greens. Right now, you're getting zucchini out. You can easily grill some zucchinis, tomatoes. I could just slice up some tomatoes and grill tomatoes. That it just gives that fire roasted flavor to it. It's so good. I can't even handle it, really, to be very, very honest. So let's look over here. I'm gonna look in the oven quick. You know, the broccoli is really close to being done. So what I'll probably do is just take the broccoli off and toss it in a bowl, and then, you know, put some butter on it, and it'll be great. And it's what's fun about it is it gets like a crispiness to it, so the kids just love it because it's kind of crispy critter kind of thing. So let me grab a bowl. Then I'm going to want to toss that up. We'll probably not have time to do the squash, the butternut squash, but that's okay. That takes a little bit longer. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the butter in now. I also put butter on it after. I pretty much put butter on everything. It just adds, again, another depth of flavor. You have the avocado oil. Now that's a great monosaturated fat, and now you have a good saturated fat. There you go. You got your two good fats in there. So as soon as that's done, and now let's look at the green beans. I'm going to show you where we're at with that because they're really close to being done. Now, again, remember, you could eat, this does not take very long. This is an easy while you're, one of the things I want to show you a little tip too. Let me show you. Okay, you want a tip? This is a really great tip. Sometimes, especially in cast iron, you get it begins sticking a little at the bottom, just a little, nothing crazy. So what I'm going to do is actually just put a little bit of water at the bottom, and that creates a little steam at the same time. So it's a steamy saute that we're doing, okay? Watch. Okay? Woo! And then I'm just going to go like this. And that's going to help finish that cooking process. I hope you could see that. And it's just a little bit of water. It does not take much. Okay, let's go back out. This is what I do. We go back and forth. Right? We go back and forth. Okay. Oh, why is this not cooking as fast as I was hoping? Because I'm live. When I'm cooking it at home, it's fine. It cooks at like, I probably would burn it. Yeah, it's on. Okay. So again, you're just going to want to toss it, you guys, a little. You can see it. Toss it. I'll probably eat these for lunch, to be really honest. They look so good. And the smell coming off of it from that oregano, oh, yum, 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 yum. You could even do like a chicken slovaki, which is basically just marinated chicken in Greek seasonings that is so, so good. And that's a food, to be honest, an ethnicity, I guess, of food that I would never have normally attempted to cook, to be honest. That intimidation factor, to be honest. I mean, I can cook Asian and I can cook some other things, but I'm starting to challenge myself even to cook things that I normally don't cook and just try it, you know? So Greek is one of them, and luckily I have a dear Greek friend. And she's got her Greek friends and all that kind of stuff, so I can get to know how to do it. So I challenge, you know, is there certain foods that just intimidate you and you'd love to learn, or you've had it before and you're like, oh, I don't really like that. A lot of people like Greek food, for example, they consider that to be, you know, like gyros. Well, it's so much more than that. Some of the same similar flavorings, but it definitely has a lot of other wonderful flavors other than that. And what's great with like this particular seasoning, you can use it, you can make a dressing, you just have, it's the foundation and the basics. And that's why I want to show you with roasting. It's so simple, right, you guys? With sauteing / steaming, I guess it's / if I was doing this with greens, I wouldn't have to steam it to get it to move along faster. That's really why I'm doing that. But look at this, it's just fantastic. And what I'm going to do now, because these are really close. Let me see. I'll take it out. I like mine with a little bite, Okay, I'm gonna use just a little bit more, probably. Yeah, but I'm gonna put this back on, and then what we'll do, I'm gonna turn it up, and then what we'll do, and it does get a little char in it sometimes, lots of times because I'm being impatient. And it, you know, it might burn a little on the bottom, but I love a little char. Okay, so that's doing its thing. And, alright. Oh, look at this. I have a feeling the broccoli is, nope. I don't know. I might not be able to get those out. I can show you what they look like in the process. All I'll do, honestly, for both of them is toss them in butter. Maybe a little bit more salt and pepper, probably not. And then if I want to do some herbs, I can do that too. Okay, that's as simple as it is. 1 second, my dog's whining. Oh, I know where my dog's whining at. My big dog. Come on. Okay, this is my big puppy, my big baby. Okay, so yeah, I mean, if you, for those of you who are coming on a little bit later, just so you know, this video, it's obviously a Facebook Live, so I'm going to actually download it and be able to put it into an email that I would love to send out to everybody, along with the recipes for these 3 sides and kind of the techniques that I use to cook them. So if you want that and you're not in my group or my Real Foodies group that I send emails out to, just say, I'm in, and I will reach out to you and let you know and find out what your email is. And then here soon, within the next day, I'm going to have a lovely email that you can just, or not, a link that you can just go to, and you'll be able to get it right away. But for those who want it right now, that's what you want to do. Okay? So I'm looking out here. I'm watching. Oh yeah, now we're gonna get some go on that. All right, let's go out. This is the life of a, you know, person who grills. You stay here. You stay. My dog. Okay, so now we got the grill going now. It might be a little much, but let's see. Here we go. All right, can you guys see? Those are, I think, are going to be ready. And it's just going to have a unique flavor because you grilled. They get that smoke, you know, that smoky that you can't get anywhere else. And you see how bright colored they are? You want that. You do not want them emaciated color where they're all droopy and, ugh, you know. I would say these are going to be done. Yeah. All right, I'm going to turn it off. And they'll still cook a little bit, but I'm going to go grab a bowl really quick. Let's do that. You just come along with me, right? We're going on a hunt for a bowl. Okay. I will say, guys, here's a tip for you, is these stainless steel bowls are the bomb. I got these at like Costco for cheap, and I have a massive one that I love. I do my brining and all that stuff, and then I've got like medium size, and then this is a smaller size, okay? So I'm actually just gonna take these off the grill here, guys. You can see it, and just put it right in here. I would not take this off, this thing off until it's cool, because it is smoking hot. And you really don't need to. If you could just bring a bowl, and then if you have another set of vegetables you want to put on, you can just put it on. You know, if you're making a big batch, okay? Oh, it smells so delish. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, let's go inside and we're gonna play with this a little bit more. All right. And then, all right, here we go. You guys are probably getting motion sick. That's all I got to say about that, but motion sickness. Woo, it's hot. I'm already sweating. Gotta love Iowa. And it's not even sunny out. That's the sad part. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to move this, and you guys can see what I'm going to do here. Now, I love butter. So if I wanted to, I could add some butter to this, because I just feel like it gives it a whole nother flavor. So I'm just going to put a little bit of butter in it. Not a ton. Just a little. Just because, again, I love the flavor of butter. Now, I'm just going to add just a tinge more seasoning. And here's what happened, you guys, is I used fresh. It got a little sticky and clumpy because I used fresh, parsley, because that's what I had. And so it got a little clumpy because it's moist. And so when it was the moistness with the dried herbs, it just kind of caused it to do that. But that's okay. It's all good. Next time I'll make sure I use Okay, that's all I'm doing is tossing that up, and oh my gosh, it smells so good. I'm gonna try it. I feel like I'm on like Food Network where I'm like trying to explain to you guys how good this food is. Very good. Bright and flavorful. You can even add a little bit more of the zest if you want to, but it has that smokiness from the doing it on the grill. And then you have those bites of the lemon, and it's so good. I'm eating this whole thing for lunch. Truly. Yum, yum. And that did not take very long at all to cook, and it's a whole different way. Okay? And when you are grilling, you want to keep things as whole as possible, for the most part, because it just helps it stay together a little bit better. Oh my gosh, these are so good. Okay, so oh, I got these. This is done. Ooh. This went a little long in the tooth. See? This is what happens when I get distracted. I'm doing multiple things. This is what happens. But that's okay. You guys can learn from me. Okay. My dog's gonna have to stay outside for a minute. I'm gonna show you guys really quick what happened. It just went a little long. I like them to be a little bit more brighter, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world, guys. All right, but these are done. And what I'm gonna do again is just put a little butter in there and more salt and pepper. Okay? Salt, and you don't need a ton because you have some of the salt from the bacon. Remember that. Okay? And the bottom, all those lovely, oh my gosh, my dog is driving me crazy, you guys. But she's a little jelly right now. And again, you guys, I only put like a teaspoon of butter. I mean, you could put more if you want to, but we already, we have that bacon fat in there, so you don't really need a ton more fat. Oh, that looks so good, doesn't it? Doesn't that look really yummy? I think it's just a different way. There's nothing wrong, you guys, with boiling. Nothing at all. If you want to boil or steam it, that's really great. This is just more to give you guys some more ideas to get you out of the plain old food box. That's what I'm trying to do, people. All right, so I would love to know who's going to try what. Hi, Lisa. I know it is. It's really yum, I'm telling you. Who's going to try what? That's what I want to know. What do you want to try first? And for those of you who are already in my real food community, you're my real food peeps, you're already on my list and whatnot, per se, you're going to get this in the next probably 24 to 48 hours. You're going to get this. I just got to do some, you know, technical stuff with the video so that you have it. And you can just cook with me. You can turn this on and cook with me. It'll be great. Okay, I'm going to check the roasted. I'm hoping maybe they're ready to go. Let's see. It's taking me a little longer. I was hoping to get this done in 30 minutes, but because my kids are hungry, they want some food. So I'm going to show you what we got so far. Okay, all right, so here's what we got so far. I'm going to pan it down. So the broccoli's ready. Okay, the broccoli is ready. This is not. Can you kind of tell why? It's just not roasted. It's probably cooked, but not roasted. I like it to have a little bit more on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this over here, show you what we're going to do. I already have this with the butter, so I'm just going to bring this over and we'll just do it right live. Okay? Yes. I have my own makeshift studio. This is what happens when you're own your own business. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to take this lovely broccoli, and you see how it's kind of crispy? Oh, I just love it. The kids just love it. You can do this with cauliflower as well. So good. Carrots. And you can even like use a Ziploc bag if you want to really coat it before you put it on, but I like to do the butter afterwards, to be honest. I don't know why, it's just me. Again, like I said, I love the flavor of butter, and it's a different type of fat. You have different nutrients in it than the avocado oil or olive oil. It just is. That's it, and okay? Now this I'm gonna put back in. I mean, they're probably cooked, but they're just cooked. I want them to get like more roasted. Look, you can't see. Aha. Okay, so I'm gonna put that back in here in a minute. But let's see what it tastes like. Ooh, I'm gonna pan up. We're gonna eat some. You gotta watch me eat it, right? I'm just eating away. Okay, so yum yum. Oh, you know what? I put salt and pepper on it before. So let's see. It might need more. Oh, these are absolutely perfect, and I cooked these for right about 30 minutes. Doesn't need any salt. Really, it's a whole different flavor of broccoli. If you've never tried roasting, it's a must. Oh my, I'm gonna eat this whole thing too. Who wants to come over and eat some? My husband's going to be home for lunch. He said he was, but he's on Facebook. Okay, you guys are done watching me eat. So what I'm going to do, put that back in. It'll probably take more like 45 minutes to do the... Oh, I didn't really try the... Did I? I didn't try these green beans, but you guys get the gist. I'm not going to sit here and just eat on TV the whole time, but it's delish, okay? These are not mushy. You don't want them mushy and all that, right? No. It does going to need a little bit more salt. So taste stuff. Add more salt if you need it. You can always add. You cannot take away. So that's one of my other really big tips, is to conserve on the lesser side of salt or seasonings in general, and don't turn the heat up so high on things. Just tame it down. Low and slow is almost always better, okay? Now, lastly, for those of you who are just coming on, be sure and go back. You can see this on my feed all day long. It'll be there forever, right? Love that. So go back and take a look, and I'd love to hear from you. I comment any questions you have. What are some of, your favorites, that kind of thing. Number two, if you're not part of my Real Food community, guys, I would love to be able to have you in our community, of course. But two, you're going to be able to get this live into your email box with the recipes included. So if you want the recipes to all three of these and the techniques per se, because remember, all of this can be done no matter what vegetables you're using, is the point, okay? It's just more teaching you the techniques. But I will still put the recipes in for like the spices and the different things that I did. So if you're not in my Real Food community, just say, hey, I want to be in. I want in. And I will make sure to reach out to you, and I will get your email. Or here in the next 24 hours, we're going to have a link that you can go to, and get straight away, you're going to be able to get everything you need right in your inbox. Okay? I love it. And don't forget, I have a wonderful Facebook group here in Facebook land, all about my kitchen food group. We do a lot of fun things. I just gave away, did a giveaway for a Starbucks gift card. We just have fun, and we learn from each other. So I would love to have you a part of that group as well. If you're interested, just let me, say, hey, include me in the group or whatever. That would be great. So it is hot and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat, and I hope you guys are eating at some point too. And as always, reach out. I'm here for you. This is what I do. This is what I love, is helping people eat real food and finding easy ways to do that. This is it. Vegetables, and getting in here and showing you guys how easy it is instead of just saying it. I mean, I made 3 sides in 40 minutes, okay? So have a fantastic rest of your week, and we will see you soon.